I am right. It's not. Is it is her little color thing supposed to be colored in or no? Because it looks weird. It looks like they just missed the color. Maybe they did. Maybe they just missed the color for like the whole storyline. I've been noticing that every now and then. I feel like the storylines sometimes are really rushed in like the whole design and animation process, and sometimes they miss things. And it looks really odd. But like, it's a little thing. It's no big deal.
Alright, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yae Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yae Publishing House with the status of Guji Yae and tell everyone
Oh,
that
I don't have a cold
incantations
now. It's
in that
just
book are dangerous.
it's just allergies because the weather's getting warmer.
Wow.
It's
Your
the
first
warmest
guess, and you
day
got it
of the year that we've had so
absolutely
far today, actually.
wrong.
I should take the dog outside later, play a little fetch with her.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate
Oh, that's funny.
all the
It's the exact
copies?
same temperature here, almost.
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaiden, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way.
Yeah, I am
That
Canadian,
is why the
eh?
book has become so popular.
That's funny. Yeah, I am from Canada.
I think we're going to have a dip. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rival's sales numbers and win our readers back.
That's why it was really
That
weird
is how
doing the
Yae
whole
Miko
Raiden
wages
Shogun
war.
because her name is A.
Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an
Which girl
idea
does
of
Link
what the
like?
current trends
Zelda,
are, come back and
right?
see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
That's funny. I always feel like in the Zelda video games, all the girls like Link. But Link really, like, he just goes like, okay, and doesn't really say much.
The key to a successful light
Well,
novel
he doesn't
is
talk,
when to
but,
use
like,
illustrations,
I
what they
don't know.
should contain, and which artists you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely
That is
difficult
very
to
true.
commission them.
I love Link. That was like
The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits
when
are
I
incredible,
was a
but
kid
it's
and
unlike any art style
I used to
I've
play
ever seen
like
before.
Ocarina of Time. That was like, that became the type of video games that I love to play.
For a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original.
I love
days,
like
though,
really
everyone
long,
seems to be
complex
imitating
games
each
that
other.
take forever to
Most
beat,
of the time, I can
that
guess what
are,
the story is about just
for
from
the
the
most
title.
part, as
The only
customizable as
recent
can be,
book
but
worth
it's hard
mentioning
finding
is
games like
A
that.
First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it
The first
a
one I
good
played,
story, but the
I played
descriptions are really
myself,
true to
was
life.
Ocarina of
So much
Time.
so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really
My
has
older
met all those
siblings
yokai before.
played like way back into like the original Nintendo Saga whole Zelda bit.
I'll be honest. I read like in most
And
traditional
then I
stories,
played
the protagonist
Majora's
usually has
Mask.
this long and drawn out
I wasn't very
character
good at that
arc,
one though.
usually involving
That
a
hurt my
process
child
of
brain.
separation, loss,
I
and
just ended up getting my brother to
ultimately
beat it
growth
for
and
me.
renewed strength. It reads well and everything. It's just a little slow paced for me. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, where the protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. That's what I mean by cheap thrills. Action-packed right from page one. The protagonist is a
Oh really?
kitsune who has
I
not
just
only mastered the secret
I
art of
felt like the
incantations,
whole
but also tea
mechanic
ceremony,
between
painting,
changing the
and
time
calligraphy.
and like the big giant creepy moon face thing that would like come down on you if you didn't get it in time.
Let's go tell our findings to Yae Miko.
That terrified me as a kid. I wanted nothing to do with it, but I wanted to beat it, so I just made other people do it for me. But he's still who I choose to play with when I play Mario Kart. I still pick Link. The moon terrified me. I think I probably had nightmares of it at some point. I just loved the open worldness about the Link games and Zelda games when you could just like run around and it was open and you can go where you want and do what you wanted and
There you are.
I loved it.
Let
I
me
love games
introduce
like
the
that.
team.
Obviously, that's why I'm playing Genshin.
You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru.
I don't know.
Shigeru
I
is
don't
an
know.
experienced
And then
editor,
I
and
saw Ocarina of
Junkichi
Time
is
and I'm
the
like, you know
author
what?
he's
Nope, this
partnered with.
one. I like this one.
Junkichi's
I can just run
working through a
around and then I have the
creative
sun
lull at the
cloud, so
moment,
nothing will attack
but
me at
all
night
his
ever.
past
Oh,
works
good.
have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
It definitely makes sense.
Okay, we'll see.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences.
I wish. I wish.
All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action.
Good luck, everyone.
This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example,
For once,
we
Paimon
know
has a
we
good
need
question.
An original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lilith. But that would make it a completely different genre than a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking? This sounds like a great one!
Title definitely needs to say the word dragon. Snatch people right off the bat.
Let's see here. The protagonist arrives in Mondstadt for the first time to the sight of a dragon flying around and wreaking havoc on the city. With the help of some trusty companions, the protagonist successfully defeats the dragon. But then, the dragon suddenly turns into a beautiful young woman. Huh? Human, let us work together to build a better future. The love story between human and dragon begins today?
What?
Well,
what?
that was an unexpected development. Welcome to the grand adventure.
Okay.
What? But that's so misleading.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. The story certainly goes in an unorthodox direction, and the Dragon Girl sounds destined to be a hit character. Approved.
What the heck?
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Huh? Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your
What?
content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go.
You literally
Can't you
think
see
one
that
chapter
Satome
is
is
enough,
waiting?
my mom?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful.
I hate artist block of any kind. It really is the worst.
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do.
Especially when there's something like you really want to
Don't
make or
worry,
really
this
want to
is
do,
my
and
treat.
it just like you just hit that wall. Oh, it sucks so bad.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Paimon!
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now, for the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going!
Well, I do art. Maybe.
Ooh, does this mean
I
your
don't know.
inspiration's
Wait,
come
I
back?
might do some kind of art stream. We'll see. That would be a good idea. Maybe maybe I could set like a tablet up and do like a drawing stream. I'm not the best drawer. I'm really not. But it would still be fun. And I wouldn't mind getting like some like live tips while like I try drawing or something. Just to try to get better at it. Took a trip to Leeway. Let's write a story about Geodaddy and see what they come up with.
The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself. With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm. Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8.
9.8.
The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity.
Action-packed.
I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
This is not Lord of the Rings.
Alright, well, let's just hope Jean-Lee doesn't mind.
Did you just let the cat out of the bag that Jean-Lee was Rex Lapis? Paimon!
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yae.
Right over people's heads. No one noticed. Rex Lapis loves storytelling and books and stuff. He reads a book and he's like, wow. Wow. I thought we were friends, traveler. Yes,
Let's
spilling
write
this
about
tea,
Inazuma in the third
spilling the
chapter, shall we?
secrets.
I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
When the Vision Hunt decree comes out of nowhere, the protagonist joins the Resistance, starting out as an ordinary rank-and-file soldier. Find out how the protagonist goes on to make great contributions to the war effort, become best friends with the Resistance General, and get to know the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, working together with everyone to finally secure a grand victory for the Resistance.
Okay, hear me out. This restaurant we're sitting in, behind the traveler, there's a mural of an octopus, probably making some kind of sushi. Which means we are in Harryhausen's from Monsters, Inc. Yep, Yes, this is the restaurant we are in. It has the exact same mural on the back wall. Yep. It is canon. It is a thing. We are in the monster world.
Huh. It's surprisingly normal.
I think it's rather good. A lot of people still like the classic hero's journey. From ordinary soldier to great leader, a fresh take on a timeless classic.
I can't think of anything else now.
One thing, though.
See,
You'll
there
need
it is.
to rewrite the part about me giving you the omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Whoa. So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yae Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Can we eat first? There's a table reserved for a googly bear. See? I'm gonna need to watch Monsters, Inc. again. We can go upstairs? It's the exact same mural. I can't sit. Oh, that sucks. Look at all this food going to waste. Just sitting everywhere. Looks yummy though, it's making me hungry. Lots of ghosts. Now we're in Casper's world. I loved that movie as a kid. The live action Casper. Oh, it was so good. I still love it. I still watch it around like Halloween.
Miss
It's
Hina
so good.
doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do. With Miss Hina getting so popular
Right?
lately,
It's
a lot of
so
people have come
good.
to
And
us
like I
hoping
didn't
to do
watch
a
it for years
collaboration.
and years and years, and then I put it back on and I just had that same incredible nostalgia feeling just at how good it was.
But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure
As far as
boost at
I
the beginning.
know, there is only one live action one.
May your light novel sell well,
And then
set
there's
a
like
new record
that
for the
really
Yae Publishing
trippy
House.
animated Christmas movie. Oh my goodness, it was so weird. They go to like
We'll
the
do our
Christmas
best.
town and they meet the little girl named Holly Jollymore. Yeah, and she goes, "I sound like a Christmas carol." Oh my goodness. Trip down memory lane. You okay, dog? Come on, talk.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
Her unique taste for 1,000 hands?
What do
Oh
you
my.
mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Where am I going? Do I literally need to wait? Wait for 3 days. Wow. Okay. Um, maybe there's something we can do instead of just skipping time? Let's see, what could we do? Oh, we can go do the hypostasis again. Oh, my dailies? Oh, I did them already. I needed another key. So I did them like first thing. We can do the hypostasis because I do have to use some of my resin. I actually have to use some of my condensed resin, but I don't really know what I want to get just yet. So we'll do this guy. I love how their name is Beth.
Solidify.
Boba, get them!
Beth the hypostasis.
Shine down.
Come on, fall back down.
Inazuma shines eternal.
What do I like to draw? I really love to draw, like different kinds of anime figures. I'm really not very good at landscapes or anything like that, unfortunately. I wish I was better at them.
I
They're
will
so
have
pretty.
order.
Oh goodness, I can't believe I missed that. I'll try pretty much anything for the most part, but there's just no guarantee that I'm gonna be very good at them. Right? They're just... Perspective is hard. That's like all I can say about that, is just drawing perspective in general is just... It's just so difficult. Oh. Refresh my shield.
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
I really love drawing, like, my favorite characters for anime, because I always get, like, ideas for really nice, like, what would be a really nice poster. So I end up just drawing it myself. It is. It's very much just doing what you enjoy and what you love. Let's get the wind crystals. We're trying to get some more stuff to, upgrade my girl Sucrose a little bit more, so I can actually use her in my party. Yeah, that's true. Just, in typical artist fashion, I get a little hard on myself when I'm not very good at it.
Race you, Boba!
Shine down.
Because, like, I come from a family of musicians, and I'm the only one who prefers visual art over, like, musical art. So in my family, I'm the only one who can draw, but compared to, like, other people and other things that I've said, it's just, that's true. So, like, my family look at my drawings and they're like, oh my goodness, Ashley's so good. I'm like, yeah, but not really. And it takes a lot of practice. Like, I think well over a year ago, I bought Procreate for my iPad and an Apple Pen, and I love them and they're really fun, but, like, I'm still learning how it works, and it's been over a year. So it definitely has a bit of a learning curve, especially if you want to get into, like, digital art. Which is kind of what I really want to do, just because it's, there's just so much. Like, the world is just so open when it comes to doing digital art. But I also love to, like, I can knit and crochet. I love doing both of that as well. I also do, like, watercolor and acrylics too. I actually really want to try cross-stitching. It looks really fun. Um, I can also, like, I like to make my own clothes or alter clothes to look how I want it to. So like I will spend a lot of time on my sewing machine. I've tried wood burning and pottery and pretty much anything you can do with your hands. I've pretty much tried to do to see what I like. I definitely get a kick out of it for sure. Okay, let's see. What else do we need for my girl? Quite a bit. We need quite a bit. Oh, we need some. Oh, we can go get some of those. They are up at the top of this cliff, I believe. The lilies for Venti. They're gonna be up here. Right? Nope, that's not what I wanted to open. There we go. And we gotta get like in here. There we go.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion.
I'm gonna say that the
I
worst
stand
thing
before
about
it,
really
alone
liking
and
art is the fact that it's incredibly expensive. I don't believe so. I'm still gonna need to look into that. Yeah, so yesterday I actually, we were talking about it actually. I changed my, Twitch name from Ashy to Ashley, spelled L-I-G-H. And then I had to make a new banner for my Twitch page because my old one had my old name on it. So I spent the night redrawing a new banner. Yeah, I mean all of my character names in video games and stuff that I do is all L-I-G-H, so I was like, oh, let's just see. I did keep girl in it. I probably always will. It's part of like a nickname that I've been called by my family since I was like just like a wee kid, so it's probably gonna stay there. I was like surprised. I was like, oh, there's no way, like this is definitely gonna be taken. And then it wasn't, so I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to change it. Pick up some of these lilies. I know, right? Because originally I tried L-E-Y, just because that's the most common spelling on here, and it was taken. So at the time I didn't even think to look up the other spellings, because I just assumed that they would just be taken, but I guess not, so it's all good. Got a nice new name. I really prefer it when any social media I have, any of the names that I use, or emails or stuff like that, I really prefer it not to have like numbers or dashes or underscores in it, because that bugs me. I think it bugs everyone. So it's really nice when it can like be just letters. Let's see if my guys respawned. Right? And then it's like, oh, well, you can be Ashley34408. And I'm like, no, I don't, that's not what I want at all. Okay, good. We've respawned. So we could do this one more time, and then we'll, yeah, original names, definitely. Where'd you go? There you are.
No, my sword! Illusion shattered! Ha!
Gather! This is order.
Now you shall perish!
like the original names, what numbers are just, they're just better if you just want to grow as like a platform. You don't have to worry about changing it later. Come on. Come on, come back down. Come on. I don't want to hurt you, I promise. Uh-oh. Looks like you want to hurt me.
No, my sword!
Order guide.
Oh no, I missed. Darn it. Sometimes this guy's just the most frustrating one. You can't get me.
Solidify.
Nice and straight! There is no escape! Ha!
Oh, I know, yeah. Oh, come on, come on. Backwards. Oh no, he got one! Darn it. Come on. It's so pretty when it's like the butterfly thing.
Stabilize.
Come on. Uh-oh. He went really far away from Boba.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Like, look at that! I'm sorry, my guy, your health is 0. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Come on, I'll get your one little crystal. So you can't regenerate, but you're still gonna regenerate. Yep. Yep. That is trash.
Solidify.
Shine down!
Oh, come on. Take that. What'd I get? Energy recharge. Okay. That's something new. Got some of those. That's good too. I also use these for Venti, so I'm gonna need like twice as many as I thought I originally would need. Alright. Let's wait 3 days. Day after tomorrow. Okay. Let's do 6 a.m. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The sound had a replay. That's so funny. I didn't know that you couldn't. I think it's honestly the first time that I've ever had to wait more than a day. I wonder how long you could actually wait for before they're like, nah, that's just silly.
Ah, you've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Woohoo! That's great!
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment...
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway.
You're pretty. She's so pretty. With her fluffy ears.
Listen to what the people around us are talking about.
You just
The
shushed me.
conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true!
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The secret spells of Lady Kitsune
I
is
don't
the
blame
new
you.
hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
The secret spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. I heard that the incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Really?
I know, right?
Well, I better
Honestly,
go
I
and prepare
think
too.
in a world where there is no social media, then
Well,
the books
feeling
would
less
be
worried
easy
now?
influencers just like they were in the past, right?
Wow, you're right. Everyone's shifting focus. But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Paimon doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
this is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right.
There's a phase 2?
Ugh, of course there's a phase 2.
Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah. If we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki.
How has he failed if his book was
But
just
when
number
we went
1?
to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost consciousness.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
I must use the word dubious. This sounds very dubious.
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Well, when you say it like that. When you be all, "Oh, why is Paimon on the cover of the book?" Ugh. Indubitably, yes. Of course Paimon has to be on the cover of the book. Hola. Okay, let's go.
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here.
I think it probably sold so much because before Paimon spoke, she was cute. I thought she was cute.
What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally
just
about
don't know
to meet
how
the
much-
true author of a
they just don't know
first-hand
how
guide
annoying
to
Paimon
summoning
can be.
spirits. Aren't you excited?
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait up!
Whatever you say.
Oh, Paimon's scared. Stay close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone.
Leave Spymon alone. Possible rewards? Really nothing. Wow, okay.